absolutely free.
Sales.
Evening Express, tomorrow, 5 to 7 Eastern.
Hope and change were the two words that stand out most from President Obama's first inauguration. Much like 4 years ago, he does face some serious economic challenges. This time around, there's an intense partisan gridlock. Ryan Smith's on the live on the National Mall with us with some new polling. So political as far as the polls go.
Well, there's a lot coming out just recently, and Jason, let's take a look at this CNN ORC poll and take a look at this first one. Here's a question that was asked to the poll group: what kind of president will Obama be in his second term? And Jason, take a look at some of these numbers. 20% say outstanding, 34% say above average, 29% say poor. What does this say about the confidence that people have in the in our president?
It says that there's a certain segment of population that's never going to be happy with this president, and never has been. Barack Obama has always had sort of a ceiling on the number of people who are ever excited about his presidency, so that's not surprising. It's a bit lower than most people heading into their second term, but it's pretty average for him.
Okay, now let's take a look at these numbers right here. Is the country more deeply divided on major issues? This really stood out to me. 76% say yes, 22% say no. And we've talked so much about this. So many people have been saying, will the president and the Congress be able to do things in this second term? What do you think this does for his ability to force change in the coming 4 years?
I don't think he can do it. He never has been able to. I mean, we listened to the segment. There was all that optimism. Barack Obama can't magically change hearts. He doesn't have a magic wand. All he can do is try and do his job. And when you look at the issues that we're facing, we're talking about the debt ceiling, even gun control. These are not issues that people can be massaged out of. So I'm not surprised that the country thinks we're more divided. So only going to be in about 18 months, and then I think the Republicans are going to calm down because they're going to start looking towards the future, and Obama's going to start looking at his legacy.
So then talk to me about what you expect in terms of the major accomplishments he can have in the next 4 years, given the fact that it'll continue to be divisive.
Well, I think historically, when we look 10 or 15 years from now, the guy saved us from a depression. Now, you can be unhappy about how he did it, but I think what Barack Obama is going to be remembered for is leading the country through a very dangerous time, scaling down our wars. We will see if health care ends up being a positive, but I think the war and the economy are two big things that he can certainly be proud of.
And, you know, he's the leader. He's the president. A lot of people over the past couple of weeks have talked about maybe he's aloof. Maybe he doesn't have enough communication going with the Congress. Is it his job to bridge that gap and to try to do what he can to try to force changes that we need in this country to grow and succeed?
Well, you can only make friends with people who want to sit at the lunch table with you. And a lot of these Republicans do not want to sit at the lunch table with Barack Obama no matter what happens. So I don't think he can change hearts, but I do think that he sets the tone with the civility that he uses when he works with the GOP, and that's helped the whole country.
One more quick question. What are the 2 or 3 points he's going to hit in his speech tomorrow? Tomorrow's speech is all about vision.
Right. He's going to be talking about his legacy. He's going to say what we're going to do with health care, how we're going to bring this country together, and what he's going to do with the economy. That's really his focus heading in the future.
Okay, so Natasha, there's a lot of division in this country, but he's going to talk tomorrow, as Jason says, about how he's going to bring the country together.
Ryan and Jason, thank you very much. And we know that President Obama right now inside the White House